Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath. Because what you are about to hear might change how many Kenyans think about the management of public schools. During a historic national education meeting, they brought together more than 75,000 school leaders across Kenya. One presentation quietly sent shockwaves through the entire sector. It was delivered by Susan Oyatsi, presenting findings linked to the Office of the Auditor General. And she did not begin with polite language. She began with a metaphor that instantly made the entire room uncomfortable. She said some schools in Kenya are not merely struggling financially. Some schools are an ICU. Yes, the intensive care unit. In medical terms, ICU means a patient is critically ill. But in audit language, it means something just as serious. It means severe financial mismanagement. It means systems have collapsed. It means financial controls are broken. And it means urgent intervention is required. During her presentation, Susan Oyatsi explained the audit opinions given to schools using this hospital analogy. Schools receiving adverse audit opinions, the worst category, are effectively patients in ICU. Institutions where financial records cannot be verified, where expenditures cannot be properly supported, where procurement procedures are ignored, where accountability systems have completely failed. And the numbers she revealed painted a disturbing picture. Because according to audit samples across recent years, some schools were indeed found operating under these critical conditions. Others were placed in what she called the High Dependency Unit, the HDU. These are schools that are not yet in full financial collapse, but are dangerously close. They are already showing serious symptoms: unbudgeted expenditures, unsupported revenue collections, weak procurement procedures, poor documentation, and internal financial controls that barely function. But the presentation did not stop with schools. It went further, much further. Because the audit discussion began raising uncomfortable questions about how money moves within the broader ecosystem of education leadership. And that is where attention began shifting toward professional associations and institutional practices that many people rarely question. For example, consider the Kenya Secondary Schools Heads Association, an association that represents school principals across the country. Now pause for a moment and think about this. Kenya has thousands of secondary schools. Many of them participate in Kesha activities. Many pay registration fees. Many attend conferences. Many attend meetings held in hotels across the country. Now imagine this scenario. If a single welfare or registration contribution is around 20,000 shillings per school, multiply that by thousands of schools nationwide. Then add annual national conferences, county meetings, sub-county meetings, professional development gatherings, leadership forums, workshops, midterm meetings, holiday conferences. Now ask yourself a simple but powerful question. Where exactly does all this money come from? Because the leaders attending these meetings are principals of public schools, meaning they are CEOs of public institutions, institutions funded by taxpayers, institutions entrusted with managing public resources. And that raises a difficult question. Should public education resources be flowing into activities whose financial transparency is not always visible to the public? During the meeting, even when Mr. Willie Kuria, the national chairperson of Kesha and principal of Muranga High School, addressed the gathering, the deeper financial questions surrounding such institutional activities remained largely unanswered. Questions that many observers believe deserve serious scrutiny. Because when public institutions are involved, accountability cannot be optional. It must be absolute. And as the meeting continued, the message became even clearer. The issue was not simply about a few accounting errors. It was about the culture of financial governance across the education system. And that culture, according to the audit discussion, urgently need strengthening. But the most powerful moment was still coming, because the head of public service himself would later step in and respond. And what he said made it very clear. The era of relaxed financial governance in public schools may be coming to an end. But that is where the story becomes even more intense. In the next part, we examine how the audit presentation also exposed failures within the State Department of Education itself, and why the government is now pushing for major reforms in school financial oversight. Stay with us, because the revelations are only beginning.
Before you leave, if you believe in truth, in accountability, and in building a stronger education system for Kenya, take a moment to support this channel. Like this video, share it widely, and subscribe. Because when more people see these conversations, real change becomes possible.